Good morning, everyone, and we are live on on LinkedIn. We are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube and on Twitter. So you can actually see us online right now. So if you want to go to ICE 10K live, ice10kvideos.com, you can actually see us online. So let's go ahead and put that at the top, ICE 10K live. So if people want to see the examples we're going to be talking about, we can put that, we can direct them there. Good morning, everyone. My name is Don Daniel, founder of P.I.L.L Method International, a better way to eliminate debt. And for 16 years, we've been teaching this and telling people how they can understand amortization schedules and cut their interest costs by a ton. We're going to get into that just a little bit, but I got some moderators on the stage here. Miss Kenyatta, could you please tell us who you are and what it is that you do this morning?
Absolutely. Good morning, good people. My name is Kenyatta. You can reach out to me at kenyatta10k.com. And I am the official lender of the P.I.L.L Method family, which means that I can not only help you find a property that has a great return on investment, but I can help you finance it. I can actually cancel the interest on it so we can get you in yet another property. Tap in with me if you have any needs as far as rehabs or business purpose loans. I can assist. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. 10K. I know you got the little ones, getting them ready, but if you can get in here for just a second and tell us who you are.
Come on, Don. You know I'm going to be here. Hey, so good morning to the entire family. Guys, long short of the story is this. I'm trying to minimize the time spent on stage because if someone like Don is on here every week, putting on the knowledge and information, and you're not taking action, that just really bothers me. So do me one favor, guys. If you're finding value in the information being shared in the room, not only share the room to others so they can get exposed to this information, but take the information and act on it. Everyone today that actually get a book will get a P.I.L.L Method branded 10K card. So when you guys get the book, just text me your receipt, and I'll have the team create one of those cards for you. I'll put my number in the side chat there. Don, back to you.
Hey, Sean, somebody asked me yesterday, and I'm going to take care of that, but I think I know the answer to it. They said, could they wanted to get their card. They bought the book, they're going to get a card. And they said, well, can I just have $100? Because there are more prices here. So I was just going to text them back and say, you know what? I will give you $100 towards your card that you want to purchase. So they can they upgrade immediately?
Yes, they can, sir.
All right. Well, let me take care of that.
That's why I messaged you, Don. You're a damn genius. Look how quick you came back with a response to that one. That was just right. That part.
All right, folks. Listen, we're going to be talking about lending today. We're going to be talking about interest rates today. I'm going to be so the theme today is I heard a billionaire yesterday. I heard a billionaire online yesterday say he's never paid a dime of credit card interest to anyone. All right. But he borrows money. He does borrow money because he's a real estate investor. He's a real estate investor, and he's never paid a dime in interest on his credit cards. And folks, he's a billionaire. And I'm going to tell you right now, that billionaire has thrown away millions of dollars he didn't even realize. I'm going to prove it right here online today that a billionaire who's never paid a dime in credit card interest but borrows money to purchase real estate, I'm going to show you today that he's thrown away millions of dollars by that philosophy. What do you think, Kenyatta?
I think there's a correlation there.
You better believe it. There is a definite correlation there. We're going to show you what it is. And so, folks, let me tell you, if you believe, there are a lot of people who grew up believing that credit cards are evil. credit cards are bad. Credit card interest kills you. If that's what you've been taught, that credit cards are a problem in and of themselves, put a number 1 in the chat if that's how you've been taught. And that's okay if you've been taught that. Okay, because what we're going to do is what this show is about is telling the truth about finances. Okay, and so we're going to tell you the truth about that. And so, yes, so Crystal says, yeah, I've been told that credit cards are bad. Credit card interest is not good. We want to avoid paying credit card interest altogether. And so I want to put that in proper perspective this morning, how billionaires, even in real estate, have it backwards, because this is how we've all been taught, even the billionaires. Why? Because we are subject to the information and education we have been exposed to. And if you've been exposed to a certain education, then, well, of course, you're going to believe that. Of course, you're going to teach other people. And listen, this person is a billionaire, and who's going to challenge him on never paying credit card interest? Don Daniel from the P.I.L.L method. So listen, it's all about the math, folks. It's all about the math. Okay. And so we have the general contractor in here, Katina. Good morning to you, ma'am. How are you?
I'm sorry, I was trying to share the link. I'm good. Good morning. How are you guys?
We are wonderful. So tell us who you are and what it is that you do and where do you do it, ma'am?
I am the general contractor in the state of Florida, licensed for, I guess, about 20 years now. And I do residential and commercial building, new builds, renovations, add-ons, and build outs. So, and I am the contractor to help you get funded as well. So if you have any construction needs, please holler at me, Katina10k.com. And Kenyatta, I have a deal for you. I keep calling you. I'm going to have to take it somewhere else if you don't call me back, girl.
Oh my goodness. Of course, I'll call you right after this room. And I have your mug. I'm sorry, you guys. Carry on, Don.
All right. Hey, Katina, listen. So you're saying you've been doing this about 20 years?
Yes.
I thought, I didn't think that you could be a contractor at 12. What's going on here?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What's going on?
Thank you for the kind words.
Listen, folks.
I know I look 12. Thank you.
Come on, listen. You can't.
I'll be 50 in November.
No way. No doggone way. Nobody believes you, do they?
No, they don't.
They don't believe you. Stop lying. Stop lying on this show. We don't tell lies on this show. We bring the truth. We bring the truth, Ruth. Listen, folks.
No capping.
Hey, Sean. I heard a guy.
What up?
You were on the phone, but a minute ago. But I heard a guy yesterday who's a billionaire on this app, and he says he's never paid a dime in credit card interest, but he borrows money to develop his real estate, but he's never paid a dime in credit card interest.
And I wonder why he's a billionaire.
Yes, and and even at a billion. So I'm going to show how a billionaire has actually lost millions of dollars in interest. And millions of dollars that he could have had. Do you know what? You can be a billionaire and still lose. You can be a billionaire and still not understand how the whole thing actually works. Is that right, Sean?
Damn, Don, I'm looking forward to this one. Let's go.
This is going to be.
I was in that room as well. So let's go.
listen, and nobody challenged him on that. Okay. And so I thought I would save that for our room today. I could have challenged him in there, but somebody told me about politics, and there's a time to do stuff. I wonder who that is. Do you know anybody who teaches that kind of stuff, Sean?
Man, look, when you subscribe to the Private Mod Club, there's gems being dropped and it does not dropped anywhere else. Don't play me, Don. That's private information. No, you can't be sharing that out like that.
Okay.
There we go.
We got to save that for the private mod, because folks, there's a way to do things, and I'm learning how to do them, and how, and I'm talking to a guy this morning, Sean. I'm talking to this guy from England this morning, and he was talking about how they I gave some advice as to how we save people on interest, and how people in real estate make money, and how they save money and interest. And he said, this is how we do it over here. Meaning, yeah, you may not want to pay off those loans. And I said, you know what, Sean, I started out, may I ask a question? And he said, yes. And so I asked him a question, validating his point of view. I said, would you also want to add to what you're saying this? And so, somebody, am I giving out more secrets? I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. It's all good. Let them have it. No hold back. No stingy energy. Let's go.
No stingy energy. So folks, listen, you can disagree with somebody, but make it sound like you're agreeing with them, and give them additional information so everybody learns. But guess what? If you do it that way, then the person that you're gently correcting doesn't push back, because you validated their point of view. You're just adding to it. Oh my goodness. When I learned that was a game changer for me. So I can give out this valuable information, because there are times when we teach something that's completely opposite of what mainstream people in finances teach, especially that guy in Nashville, Tennessee, who has a great following, and he's done a lot of good work for people. But listen, he's been teaching the same thing for the last 30 years. All right. And it is still working. But let me ask you something, folks. Even though something has worked for 30 years, can it be improved on? Can we find some technology and improve on it? Let me ask you, do you have any technology in your home right now that's 30 years old? So technology can be improved. Information can be improved. It doesn't matter if it worked 30 years ago and it's still working. It can be improved. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, folks. So we're getting more and more people in here right now. So we got 6 shares. We got 19 people in. Let's go ahead and share this some more so that we can go over. I'm going to show you how a billionaire who is everybody knows he's a billionaire. I mean, everybody accepts that, and we don't think he's capping. But he says he never paid a dime in credit card interest. And I'm going to show you, by looking at it that way, you have thrown away millions of dollars when you're at that level, when you don't properly use credit cards. Okay? By paying them off, if you have other debt, if you pay those off the wrong way while you have other debt, you're literally throwing away money. I'm going to show you in just a few minutes. But guess what, folks? I have to start here. So I want to, about a month ago, I was able to have a seminar in Nashville, Tennessee, at a 5-star resort. And we had speakers from all over the country come in, 17 fabulous speakers at the top of their game. Came in and talked about real estate, short-term rentals, Turo cars, whatever it is that they do, lending, people who are teaching lending, people who are teaching how you can be a lender without a license. We had people doing that there. We had people talking about how to buy real estate with no money out of pocket. So we had the whole gamut there on how to cash flow, how to build generational wealth, different ideas. But we had one speaker who, as a motivator, who is the #1 motivational speaker in the entire world, who came in to speak to us, and we were absolutely floored. But guess what? It found out that this speaker paid off his mortgage in 4 years. We also found out the methodology he used to pay off his mortgage in 4 years. Guess what? It was the P.I.L.L method. I need you to tap in and listen. If you want to see this, and if you can get to a separate device like your iPad or a tablet of some type, or your computer, if you want to see this video, I'm going to give you a sneak peek on this video. Go to ice10kvideos.com, ice10kvideos.com. Go there, all right? And that way you can tap into my YouTube channel, and go ahead and click subscribe while you're there, folks. Please subscribe, share the videos, like the videos, get it out there. But you're going to be able to see a sneak peek of this video that I'm actually going to turn into a commercial. I go into the studio, I think tomorrow, as a matter of fact, is my appointment in the television studio to turn this into a commercial. All right. So we're going to show you some of the footage that we've been edited so far, and hearing the #1 motivational speaker in the entire world talk about how he paid off his mortgage. If you don't know who that is, I'm going to show you who that is. And most people here are going to be able to recognize him by his voice. Roll it, please.
Listen to me, y'all. But one of his mentees took us through one of their programs, and I paid off my mortgage. But guess what happened? My marriage went to a whole nother level. And you know why? Because my wife is a security freak. And even when I blew up, my wife would be like, oh, you blew up, but how long is you gonna keep making this kind of money? I was like, I don't know, forever. She's like, you sure? Because I'm gonna keep my license as a nurse just in case you don't. So when I paid the house off, my boy was like, you ain't gotta do that, you can do this. But when I paid the house off using that program, it took the stress level all the way down for my wife because we no longer had a mortgage. Does that make sense? That thing that was coming every month, that was getting on her nerves, we didn't have that no more. And so she was at rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you recognize that voice, that was E.T., the hip hop preacher, Dr. Eric Thomas, the #1 motivational speaker in the entire world, who used the P.I.L.L method to pay off his mortgage in 4 years. And you would say, and I've heard him speak before, and he mentioned that a top 100 company, all right, top 100 company paid him for one speech $150,000 for an hour. $150,000 for an hour. This is the kind of money he makes. So you would think that people who have means, people who have a lot of money, pay cash for their houses. I'm trying to tell you right now, people who have a lot of money don't pay cash for their houses if they know what they're doing. They just don't do it. They use somebody else's money, because here's the thing. If you take cash, if you pay cash for a house, $300,000, $500,000, $700,000, $1 million, if you pay cash for a house, that means you're taking money out of an investment to do that. That could be making, now some people who we're working with made between 14 and 18% on their money last year. So folks, if you can make that kind of money, and we're going to show you, we can actually show you where you can make if you can make that kind of money, but you can pay off a mortgage and manipulate the interest cost, not the interest rate, but the interest cost, whereby you can figure out how much interest you saved. Then you can do a calculation called effective interest rate. Most of our clients pay less than 1% interest when we figure out the effective interest rate. What does that mean? By looking at how much interest you could save, then you would do a calculation that says, if I paid only this much interest on this loan, what would my interest rate have to be from the bank to be able to do this without help from the P.I.L.L method? And then that's how we get that rate, okay? The effective interest rate. All right. And so I'm going to actually show you give you an opportunity to see that in just a second here. Let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. And let me see here. Let me make this a little bigger. All right. Come on. All right. And oops, there we go. Get it bigger. All right. So here we go. All right, let me put this on the screen. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because we just heard Dr. Eric Thomas talk about how he paid off his mortgage in 4 years. And I'm saying people who have means don't don't pay cash for houses. You're going to say, well, why don't they? They would save interest. So let me put this on here, and we will start there this morning, and then we'll get into why it's a mistake if you have other debt to not pay a dime of credit card interest. Sometimes it's a good thing to pay a little credit card interest, and we're going to show you why. So we're going to share this with you guys this morning. Take a look at this. Okay. All right. So share. All right. Here is a family that we did this for not too long ago. All right. And we're going to put this on the screen where he has a mortgage of $233,980.16. The payment on that is $1,380.27. So here is, let me scroll down just a little bit here, go slowly. All right, look here. On this loan, here's how much interest on the second line here. Here's how much interest the bank wanted on this. All right, see my cursor here? All right, $176,825 in interest. Working with us, he'll be able to only pay $35,000 in interest instead, $35,394. And that saves them $141,000 in interest. Listen, I know we have some new people in the room, and I know you're probably trying to hit us up on the back channel. How can I see this example? Kenyatta, can you tell the folks how they can see this example today?
Good morning, new people. What you want to do is go to ICE10KLive.com or ICE10KVideos with an S.com. If you go with ICE10KVideos.com, you'll go straight to YouTube where you can like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, share so that this doesn't become the best kept secret. Good morning.
Thank you, Kenyatta. Folks, listen, go ahead and share this room. Go ahead and share this room because we're giving away secrets to lending that no one else in the country, no one else in the world is talking about. And the reason why is I own the copyright. You know how that people say that I rewrote the book on this. I literally wrote the book on this subject. The book is The P.I.L.L Method, A Better Way to Eliminate Debt. It's a 6-time bestseller on Amazon. I'm sorry, 5-time bestseller. Take that back. 5-time bestseller. Don't let Sean start talking about no cap in here. Okay, so it's a 5-time bestseller. We're trying to get it back on to be a 6-time bestseller. All right. But that book talks about what we're talking about here and understanding how to read an amortization schedule, understanding how to control interest costs and not interest rate. It is the only book on Amazon that talks about that. So you want to go ahead and buy that book today. Get the book that on Amazon, and you can go to this same card that you see up here, all right, by clicking on the card of my 10K card, all right. It says go to the link, and it brings it up, and step 1, buy the book. Get the book is step one on that card. Step one, get the book. All right. And then once you get the book, then you're also able to get a 10K card that goes along with it. And as soon as I start talking about how valuable the 10K card is, somebody pops in and takes over my stage and starts talking about the 10K card. All right. But that's only if he's not dealing with his children in the morning. So, Sean, are you there to talk about the 10K card? Oh, that allows us to do it. Okay.
Man, I got some better coming than 10K card. You go for it. I'm about to text you something in like 5 minutes.
What? You working on?
Yeah, you rock out. Kenyatta, send me your favorite profile on Instagram. Text me your favorite profile. What you call this? Katina, text me your favorite profile ASAP. Either text me or DM me your favorite profile ASAP. I don't want you guys being left out. Go for it.
Wow. Listen to that, folks. Listen, creating on the fly. This is what this guy does. So anyway, you can get this 10K card as a gift from the P.I.L.L method by buying this book. All right. So get the book, learn what nobody else is teaching in the entire world about real estate financing your home, financing your education, financing your cars, getting credit cards. So what we're going to be able to teach you is the truth about how banks make their money in interest and how you can cut your interest costs by 75% using your current budget. All right. That's what we're talking about. So let's bring back this example. I have it on the screen here. And so listen to this. So watch this. $176,000 the bank wants in interest on this loan. That means they want the guy to pay back $410,805. Okay. That is the true cost of this home. $410,000. He borrowed $269,000. Add to it $176,825. That's a total of $410,805. Folks, anybody want to pay $410,000 for a $269,000 home? Anybody? Raise your hand. Okay, come up on the stage if that's what you want to do. If you want to pay $410,000 for a $269,000 house. No takers. Nobody wants to pay that. But we've been paying that. How do we stop paying that? So listen, we're going to show you this right now. So watch this. The bank wants $176,000 interest on this thing, but we're going to show them how to pay $35,000 instead without doing a refinance, without disrupting their budget, and without having to make more money. We're going to use this current budget and show him how to pay a lot less interest by disrupting the bank's timing, not by coming up with more money. Disrupt the bank's timing. So by showing him how to pay $35,000 instead, he can pay off his entire home, and not in 30 years, but in 6.5 years. Now, the interest saved is over here, all right, $141,476, which means, now look at the middle. You can read this with me, under the $35,000, because we do this for everyone who wants one. You would need an interest rate of 0.96% to pay this little interest on a new 30-year loan. That is the effective interest rate, 0.96. So if I could borrow money at 0.96 and leave my money in an investment, and for some of our clients last year made somewhere between 14 and 18% on their money, why in the world would I ever use cash to pay for a home? Now, listen, anybody have any questions about this, please raise your hand and if you have a comment, if you're getting ready to buy a house, if you've already bought a house, come on up. If you're thinking about refinancing, if you want just a little bit of information on how to look at your finances, or come up and tell us something that you've been taught over the years and you want to find out if it's correct. Okay, because a lot of the things that the financial gurus tell us about financing isn't about loans, about finance in general. Not correct. Not correct at all. Why? Because we've heard it over and over and over again. And because you've heard it over and over again, you don't necessarily do the math to check it out, especially if a billionaire says it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, let's go ahead. Now I got 6 shares. We got 22 people in here. 22 people in here. I got 6 shares. Go ahead and share it out just a little bit more. Share it out into the hallway just a little bit. Can we get to 10 shares? And I promise you, if we can get to 10 shares, I promise you, I'll teach you how this billionaire has thrown away millions of dollars by never paying a dime of credit card interest. Okay? If I can get to 10 shares. All right? Go ahead, folks. Come on, I got 6.
Don, while we get Don, let me take care of the shares while you change your PTR.
Go ahead, man.
Guys, if you're in this room and you're not a clubhouse shoplifter, share the room. Share the room. In fact, we have 58 people. We have 21 in here. Let's take it all the way up to 15, guys. Stop being a clubhouse shoplifter. Even if you already share the room again. Let's go. And for everyone that share the room, I'm going to send you one of those PTR that Don Daniel just got. If you share the room, you're going to get a new PTR like Don Daniel. If you shared the room before, share it again, or just consider yourself a clubhouse shoplifter. And if you're okay with that, man, I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe this is not the room for you. Guys, share the room. Don, let me know how you like that new PTR picture. I cannot have everyone else looking fly and you just looking regular. Not happening.
No, man, I don't like.
Your one is next. Katina, you know what, Katina? I'm punish you. I'm using your regular profile picture. You don't want to take action? I got you.
Sean.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
I don't like it.
Sean,
I love it.
I did send it
I love
to
it.
you. I
don't like it. I love it.
I don't like it.
I spend enough time around you. You can't BS me. You can't catch me.
I don't like it.
So you didn't get my DM?
Let me see. I'm going to look again.
I did it at 10K cards, not Sean. So.
No, I saw there's a moving image you sent me, Queen.
Oh, so don't do that one.
No, just send me a flat photo, Queen. Just send me a flat photo.
Okay.
Sean, send me Kenyatta's one right now. Send me
there we go, folks. Look at that. Look at that. I don't listen. It's
Don, we're up to 30. Don, don't interrupt the shares, Don. The audience is motivated. They don't want to be shoplifters anymore. We just need 2 more shares, guys. Do 2 more shares and in the side comment, in fact, back channel me the word ICE-PTR. Back channel me ICE-PTR, but it's not going to happen until we get to 15 shares. We're 2 shares away. If you shared once, share it again. Back to you, Don.
Okay, so Don, listen, I feel the need to bring this question to light. It's in the chat. Why would you pay off a mortgage though? That is perfectly good, dude. LOL.
Why? I'm looking at this. Why would you want to pay off a mortgage though? That is perfectly good. Oh yeah. Listen, folks, here's what, and I think that's a good point. Okay. And we can talk about that. So it's not about paying off the mortgage. It's about why would you pay? Because you're paying off a mortgage anyway. Okay. You're paying off the mortgage because you're making a payment every single month and you're paying off the mortgage in small increments. Are you not? Are we still paying off the mortgage even though we're making the minimum payments? Okay. So we're paying off the mortgage. But here's my question. Why would you pay off the mortgage? I need you guys to take a look at this thing. I need you to take a look at it and understand it this way. When you pay off the mortgage the bank's way, every single dollar you pay, when you take a look at how much interest you pay, on average, somewhere between 25% and 30% of your dollar that you're paying towards your mortgage pays the principal. 70 to 75% goes to interest. I'll repeat that. When you're paying the mortgage the way the bank wants you to, 70 to 75%, and sometimes as high as 80% of your payment goes to interest, while somewhere between 20 and 30% just pays down the loan. So, what if you could switch that around using the same budget and switch that around so that 70% of your money would go to principal and only 30% goes to interest? That's where you want to be. So why not take the money that you're already using, okay, and then make it more efficient? So Kenyatta, I get what he was saying. I get what he was saying, because there's so many people out there that believe that by paying off a cheap mortgage is the wrong idea, because they look at maybe 3% interest as cheap money. Okay, so let me show you guys something. And we're going to pull this thing up here, and we're going to move this over to this screen here. I need you all to see this now. Okay, so we're taking a look at this thing, and I'm going to put in $500,000 mortgage at 3%. Okay. Now, there are people out there today that are teaching right now, Kenyatta. They're teaching why pay off a 3% loan when you can invest that money instead of paying off a 3% loan. And what we say here at the P.I.L.L method is we don't want to pay off the loan fast. We want to pay the loan off cheap. And if you want to see this example, if you're new to the room, get in here and watch this example. Kenyatta, how can they see this example if they're new to the room?
You do want to see this example and understand what Don just said. I know a lot of people are like, what is he talking about? Cheap money. So it is a such thing. Go ahead and go to ICE 10K videos with an S.com, and it'll take you straight to YouTube where you can see this example. Comment, like, subscribe, but most importantly, share so other people can be up on game as well.
All right, we have some new people in the room. Okay, so here's what we're talking about, folks, and here's where I think this comment is going. And if I've got it wrong, or if you want more information on it, Chris, please come to the stage and we'll talk about it a little bit more. But listen, I get it. People say this, and people have accepted it as true for a long time, only because they've never done the math. And so now I need you to take a look at this. $500,000 at 3%. Here is the payment. All right, we're going to calculate the payment is $2,108.02. Okay, so now 3% on $500,000. There's my payment. So why pay off a cheap loan? Okay, let's take a look at this and let's see how cheap it is. 3%, all right, on $500,000. Here's the money borrowed, $500,000. Here is the total interest paid if you keep that loan for 30 years. I need you all to soak that in. And if you can't see it, I will tell you. All right. I want to tell you that here it is, $258,887.20. That's how much interest the bank wants on $500,000. Folks, here's my question. Does that sound like 3% to you? What? $258,887.20 interest on $500,000. Okay, that's buying one house for you and half a house for the bank. So what is that percentage Oh, look over here to the left. Look over here to the left. I mean, to the right, to the right, to the right. The other left. So on the right side, total interest paid as a percentage of principal, 51.777%. Oh my goodness. And we've been thinking that it was 3% the whole time. And here's what the gurus are saying. Why pay off a 3% loan when you can make what Don was talking about, 14 to 18% on your money? Because a 3% loan ain't a 3% loan. Uh-oh, did he just use incorrect English? 3% loan isn't and ain't a 3% loan for 30 years. It's a 51% loan all day. Let me show you something else. I don't care what. Watch this. I don't care how much you borrow. Okay. I'm going to change this to 100,000. Okay. Watch this. 100,000 at 3% is, I got to take this out. Delete that. And we're going to delete the payment because we need a new payment. Okay, $100,000 at 3% is $421.60. But take a look at the interest cost. $100,000 interest cost on this over 30 years, Kenyatta, is $51,776. Ooh, look at this. Total interest paid as a percentage of principal, 51.776. Oh my goodness. A 3% loan is a 51% loan. Oh no, wait. That can't be true. Let's take it down to 50,000. Oh, 50,000 at 3%, 50,000. No matter what you do, folks, no matter what you do, at 3%, you're still paying over half, 51%. Okay. So let's say it's we'll put that $100,000 back in. All right. We'll put that $100,000 back in. Oh no, let's add another zero. Okay. At 3%, let's add another zero. Okay. Calculate. And all right, now we got $1 million. We got $1 million mortgage. Here it is. $4,216.04. How much interest does the bank want on $1 million mortgage at 3%? $517,774.40. Again, 51%. So I think we made the point here that what we've been told over the years and what we believe to be true. Let me ask you, let me put it this way. If what you absolutely knew to be true and it turned out not to be true, when would you want to know? One more time, Kenyatta. If what you absolutely knew to be true turned out not to be true, when would you want to know? Sooner or later? So, folks, let me tell you, this whole idea of looking at a 3% loan, what they're doing is looking at it as something that is, we're taking 3% of $500,000, and we're not. This is an amortized loan, which turns 3% into 51%. So now the question becomes, do we want to continue to pay 51% out when we're only making 18%? That becomes the new question, Kenyatta. What do you think? She says, yeah. She's just clapping the mic. She says, she's just clapping over there. Just listen, if I'm not careful, you actually can hear Kenyatta screaming in the background every time she gets good news. All right. Oh my goodness. I remember because Kenyatta was in the room when Eric Thomas said goodbye to us all, and she just loved it and let out a yell. I said, listen, I know that's Kenyatta. Okay. So folks, here's what we're talking about. So we've got some folks in there. Let me see here. So folks, do you see what the 10K put in, what he put into the chat? All right. We're building, we are building, and we're going to announce this pretty soon. All right. I wanted you to take a look at what 10K is doing here. Do you see my PTR? P.I.L.L method. That talks about our community. And we're building a community, a P.I.L.L method community, an ICE community, interest cancellation community right here, starting it out on Clubhouse and building this community, and getting this PTR. You can what is Sean? Can you give us what you put something in the comments here? What is it that you're trying to tell us?
Anyone that want to get one of your PTR badges done, all they have to do is to text me their PTR their photo, their profile picture, and the team is going to create one of these and send it back to them, so they can be rocking with the P.I.L.L method crew.
Listen, folks, we're officially starting a P.I.L.L method community where you can get information that no one else is getting. We're going to be meeting at least 4 times a month in our community we're going to be meeting live on Zoom. Just our community, and we're going to be meeting there, and we're going to talk about how we're going to put this together. But listen, I want you to know something. If you click on my PTR, you will notice that I have 9.8 followers. 9.8. When I hit 10,000 followers, we're going to do a brand new giveaway where we are going to announce how we're going to arrange this community and how you can be involved in the community. I'm getting ready to let just a little bit of the cat out of the bag here, Sean. It's not just going to be information, okay? We're going to show you how you can use that information and turn it into income. What? How in the you're as part of this community, we're going to show you different ways to turn what you're learning here, the P.I.L.L method, into income. If you are in the room right now, if you're interested in getting becoming part of the P.I.L.L method community, sharing information that is only taught here. Come on. Information that is only taught here. You can learn some stuff. Credit Goddess, what's going on with you this morning?
Oh, I'm good. That is a great idea, Don. I love that idea. That is great.
Listen, so Credit Goddess, let me ask you something.
Yes.
You are going to talk about what you do for a living to help people out. Okay. What if there's a way for you not only to help people to level up, to be able to get credit, but by sharing a little information, and they're able to not only get the credit, but pay off their debt faster, and you can get paid on that as well. Would that be a good idea?
That would be an awesome idea.
That's what
that's a movement. That's a movement right there.
Wow.
Moving on to generational wealth. This is it. I love it.
It's another stream of income.
Yep.
So listen, folks, if you think that would be a good idea to be part of the P.I.L.L method community, to learn what I've learned, that's only in my book, that's only on. Let me ask it this way. So some of you have been doing some research. You've been following the P.I.L.L method for a while, and you've noticed that no one else on YouTube talks about what we talk about. The reason is it's illegal for them to talk about what we talk about because I own the copyright. So what if you had access to inside information that only we could have, and you could have permission to get that information out there. And we're going to have several different levels. You don't even have to sell it. We'll show you how you can become a partner, a referral partner, and still earn income for sharing what you know. And then we're going to show you how to do all of that and earn an income of an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month. If anybody's interested in something like that, I need you to put number ones in the chat right now. If you're interested in learning how you can become part of this, you need to keep coming back here. How you can become part of this community, get this PTR, get the P.I.L.L method, get this badge, become part of our community where only this kind of information is going to be given out, and you could be part of this movement where more people can know how they can cut their interest costs by 75%, pay off all of their debt in 7 to 9 years instead of 30 years to never, give them the truth that no one else has been giving them for the last 88 years. Folks, we've been paying interest like this since 1934. All right. And for the first time, people are learning now that they don't have to do it. You don't need more money to get out of debt, folks. We need to pay less interest. And when you pay less interest, that means you shift the percentages of monies that go to the bank. And you shift it from 30% going to you and 70% going to them. By knowing the math, you shifted to 70% going to you and 30% going to the bank. If you want to be part of that, if you would like to be part of that, put some number ones in the chat and see, listen, we're going to be showing you how to, that's going to be coming in the coming days, where we're going to show you how you can become part of the P.I.L.L method community and share this information in several different ways and level up your income from between $1,000 a month and $5,000 a month, helping people. And if you want to get started right away on the education, you need to get this book. All right, not my book, another book. The book is called The Go-Giver. The Go-Giver. And there's 5 laws of stratospheric success that they talk about in that book. One of the laws is your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. Folks, the P.I.L.L method community is going to be dedicated to serving people well and serving millions. How many people you serve and how well you serve them. We're going to turn this thing into serving millions and serving them well. We're going to show you how to do it. So if you want to become part of this community and learn how to serve people well and serve a bunch of people, then your income is. So Sean, are you still in the room? Okay, anybody? Am I talking? Did I mention a particular number on how much income you could earn by learning how to serve people well and serving millions? Did I mention a certain number? Or
1,000 to 5,000 a month.
Well, that's a month, but is there any limit?
No limit.
No limit.
No limit.
No limit.
No boundaries. So folks, let me tell you something. When you set a limit on your income, when you set that I want to make $1 million, okay, and you focus on that and you get there, guess what? When you make that $1 million, you know what happens? It's a letdown. You get deflated. I've been working so hard to get the $1 million and I finally got it. Now what? And it just lets all the air out of your balloon. So, but when your purpose is higher than that, when your purpose is, how do I serve a lot of people and how do I serve them well, then your income becomes limitless. So this book teaches you in the Go-Giver, it says, your income is determined. Okay, there's no limit. Is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. Oh my goodness. Kurt Nugent, you were on the stage here for just a second. Can you come back in? Because Kurt is serving in the background a lot, and he's talking about what he does for us is make sure that you can see us every single show. And folks, this is episode number 102. Episode number 102. Kurt, can you come in and talk about what it means to be on live and being this consistent, serving the people? Can you talk about that for a minute? Because I know he's busy doing some things in the background always. So he's our producer. And Kurt, as soon as you can come back in, please come in and talk about what it is that you do and how well you do it. Anybody else want to talk about what's going on here about serving people and serving them well? Go ahead and start sharing this room, folks. We are up to 25 people now in the room. Let's share it out a little bit more. We're at 15. If we can get it to 20, we can talk about not only, and I promise you, my very next example is going to talk about what I learned from a billionaire just yesterday, how a billionaire is throwing away money. Okay. Throwing away money. So I'm trying to get our producer back in here. He's got some things going on, but as soon as he gets in here to talk, and so he sent me a message. Let me see what he says here, because let me see what he says. Okay. He was speaking, but he's got to do something first. So as soon as you're ready, Kurt, let's get you in here, man, so you can start talking about this. But in the meantime, let me put something on the screen here. All right. I want you all to see what I was talking about. Okay. So to understand what I'm talking about, I've got a credit card in here, a credit card balance of $2,456 and a penny. All right. I'm going to put this on. Hold on for a second. I got to do this. There we go. All right. So I'm going to put something on the screen right now. Here is a $2,456 and a penny, a credit card at 30%. Anybody want a credit card at 30%? What does that sound like to you? Anybody on stage? Coffee. What does that sound like to you? A credit card at 30% interest.
A very slow death, Don.
Oh my goodness. Miss Coffee Brown, could you tell us who you are and what you do, please? And while I get this moderator badge on you, come on.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate you so much. I have been incognito for a few days. I lost my brother to cancer last week. So yeah, and it happened so fast. It just kind of blew us all away a little bit. So I needed some time to deal with my family, and so it's been some weird days. But at the same time, you know what I've learned, Don? Just by being around people like yourself, 10K, Kenyatta, Credit, all the beautiful people on this stage. One thing that I've learned is you have to persevere through the human process. It's a process, and we all have to deal with all kind of obstacles, but you got to persevere through the human process. And so I still had obligations, still had responsibilities, still had a business to run. Things do not stop. But gratefully, Don, I'm just thankful to be a part of this dynamic team that you've established and created for us to really understand how to become financially independent and wise with our resources. I think we've been ignorant for so long, Don. It's hard to even stomach the new information, but I just want to honor you. If you guys want to know more about what I do, you can just click on my face and find out more and connect with me directly. It's plenty of information in there. But Don, I just want to take a moment to honor and thank you on a consistent basis for all that you do. You're changing and transforming us moment by moment with this information. I just am so honored and grateful to be here. So I'll yield back to you, Don.
All right, thank you. So listen, this is what I have on the screen, and Coffee, I would need you to chime in here because anytime you want on this one, because I heard this yesterday from a real estate investor who's a billionaire, certified billionaire. Okay. And he says he's never paid a dime of credit card interest. Do you think that statement resonated with a lot of people where he says, I've never paid a dime of credit card interest, and how that kind of rang in the people's ears as a something that was really, really positive? What do you think about that?
He said he never paid a dime of credit card interest?
Never a dime of credit card interest, ever. Never paid a dime of interest to the credit card company, ever.
That's a testimony service right there.
That is. A lot of people look at it that way, don't they?
Absolutely.
I'm getting ready to show you how this billionaire, by taking that stance, has thrown away millions of dollars. Throwing it away.
You're wrong, Don. You're so wrong.
So, Coffee, you're challenging me. You're challenging me to prove it.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. Here we go. So, folks, here's what I've got, Coffee. I've got $2,456 and a penny on a 30% credit card, and credit cards are amortized over 240 months. Okay. And what I'm showing here on the screen is the interest only payment on that card, okay, is $61.40. Okay, I will repeat that. So this morning, $61.40, which means if we paid off this credit card today, we would save exactly $61.40. So, Coffee, did you realize in dollars and cents that the interest cost is really that low on a 30% card?
Donna, I'm speechless right now.
Okay, so here's what we're talking about. Okay, so now I have $2,456 and a penny. I'm putting on a mortgage at 6%. Here's a $200,000 mortgage at 6%. And last week, interest rates went to 6.25, 6.25. Okay. So we have a $200,000 mortgage at 6%. The payment on that is a $1,199.10. Okay. So let me show you something here, folks. I'm putting it on the screen right now. We're putting it on the screen right now. And what we're seeing, Kenyatta, I think people want to see this. Before I get into the details, let's go ahead and let's invite the new people into the room, because we're up to 30 people now. 92 people have been through the room. 92 people have been through here. 30 people are here right now. Let's invite the new people to see this example, how a billionaire is throwing away millions of dollars by never paying a dime of credit card interest. Come on, let's get them in here.
What you want to do is go to Ice 10K Videos. That's videos with an S. Ice 10K Videos with an S.com. It'll take you straight to YouTube, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and share. More importantly, share this information. Again, that's Ice10KVideos.com.
And listen, folks, when we start our community, you won't even have to memorize all of this information. Because we have over 100 shows of question and answer that you will be able to share this with other people, follow up with them, and then refer them after they watched the videos and got thoroughly convinced and make a commission and an income from these new people coming in. Oh my goodness, what could be easier than that? I can't wait to talk about the P.I.L.L method community. And listen, we got a special entry into the community that we're going to be talking about as soon as I hit 10,000 followers. And I'm at 9.8 right now. So go ahead and follow me if you're not following me right now, and get some other people in here and follow. As soon as we get to 10,000, folks, we will be able to put a community together like none other. You're going to learn so much about what we're doing and be able to serve many people, serve them well, and your income is limitless when you do that. So watch this, folks. Here's what we're talking about. $200,000 mortgage at 6%. We're scrolling down here. We're scrolling down, and I need you to take a look at this number. Remember, our credit card, we had $2,456 and a penny on it at 30%. And this billionaire said, I pay my cards off every single month. By paying this card off, he was saving $61, okay, by paying the card off. Watch this. I'm looking at cumulative principal here and cumulative interest. Watch this, cumulative principal and cumulative interest. So $2,456 and a penny, the same amount that's on that credit card is the amount of principal that we pay in 1 year on this loan. And look at the interest, $11,933.19. Wow. Watch this. Okay. If he had taken the money that he paid off the credit card so he could save $61, if he'd taken this money and put it on this mortgage instead, do you realize he would have saved the interest on this line right here? He would have saved $10,944.42 instead. By being proud of the fact that he doesn't pay credit card interest when he has other loans on real estate, and I'm talking about millions of dollars in multifamily real estate that he's paying the minimum payments on because he's cash flowing so much money because he believes in cash flow. I'm not saying he's not making money. He's making a ton. But what I am saying, he's missing an opportunity to make more because he could take a small amount of cash that he's keeping in reserve, because all these billionaires, all these millionaires, people who are in real estate keep money in reserve just in case something goes wrong. And that money that they're keeping in reserve doesn't make that much interest. The money that they're investing makes all the interest. The monies that they keep in reserve don't, because they want to be able to access it quickly. And that is the cost of keeping monies in reserve. It doesn't make that much money in interest. So if by taking a small amount of money in reserve, he can save hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. And watch this. So in this case, what he's saying is, I never pay credit card interest. And in this case, he would be saving $61 in interest. But by the same token, he's saying it's okay for me to pay the same amount to this mortgage and pay $11,933.19. He's saying that at the same time. Miss Coffee Brown, are you catching are you picking up what we're putting down?
Yeah, my nerves bad now, Don. Lord have mercy. You know, oh my goodness, Don. This is, Don, this is a lot. This is a lot. It's too early to be drinking, okay? It's too early.
Listen, so the things that we've been taught over the years, this is the kind of thing that we're going to be learning in the P.I.L.L method, the ICE community, okay? In our community, you're going to be learning more information like this. I'm talking about information that's not being taught anywhere else, that's going to go against the grain, and it's going to be available on video so people can tap in and see it. Oh, and listen, and because you are part of the P.I.L.L method, oh my goodness, a part of this P.I.L.L method community, you'll have access to this information and you'll have permission. People ask me all the time, how come Dave Ramsey isn't talking about what you're talking about? How come Susie Orman isn't talking about what you're talking about? The main reason is because I own the copyright and they don't have permission.
I was gonna say, Don, do they even know? I mean, I think they're oblivious to this. Because you know what, Don, the truth of the matter is they teach what they've been taught. That's all you can teach somebody else is what you've been taught. Whether it's wrong or not, it's what you've been taught and what you've been exposed to. I think they would freak out if they actually got access to this information and heard it. I think they would really freak out.
I tell you what, Coffee, that might be true, except it's not true because they are very aware of who we are. I've got a video that proves it.
Sweet baby Jesus. I'm going back on mute.
I'm gonna send it to you. All right.
Lord have mercy, Don.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm sorry?
Send it to me too.
The credit card, I will send it to you as well. Okay. I'll send it to you as well.
So Don,
yes.
Then one has to wonder, are they siding with the banks? Because why wouldn't you want this information out? Why wouldn't you want to implement this?
Oh, I guarantee.
I was gonna ask the same thing, Kenyatta. They gotta have some kind of vested interest for not saying something.
I guarantee you they're not siding with the banks. I can guarantee that. Okay. You know what they are doing? Let me put it this way. Would Ford ever endorse Tesla?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'm driving down, I'm driving up I-65. I'm driving up I-65 from Huntsville. It takes about an hour and a half to get to Nashville. And what do I see over on the right from the highway? A big old brand new building with Dave Ramsey on it. Okay. So if he's got this big old building, he's got all these employees, he's got all these followers all across the nation, would he ever endorse the P.I.L.L method? That part, that's what it's about. Ford is not going to endorse Tesla. They're just not going to do it. It's not good business.
Yeah, it's about preservation.
Oh, we can hear you now, my brother.
Yeah. I've seen the video. So when you guys get that link from Don, go ahead and watch that. I've seen that video. I've seen that clip. But I just wanted to say a word of welcome to everybody. I don't know what was going on with my mic earlier, but I get a chance to serve as your producer in this space every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don is one of my most consistent clients, constantly putting out information out here. That Go Giver book is one that I've read as well. Phenomenal content in that book. If you read that thing, that's the first step. If you actually put some of that stuff into practice, you'll change your entire life. But what I also want to share here is the motivation behind why Don is doing what he's doing. The information is transformational, y'all. There's no doubt about that. I'm not only his producer, but I'm also a client. I have my own opportunity cost households in my family, and we log in a couple times a week just to see that date and that date, year and month when we're going to be debt free. But one of the things I love about Don is his motivation. The reason why he does what he does is because he feels this is his God-given calling to share with people all that God has revealed to him. All right. So these are principles and practices that he could just use for himself. Actually, this is more work trying to prove to folks that there is a better way to eliminate debt, trying to prove to folks that we have been duped, that the system is rigged, that the banks have a calculator that is making it so difficult for us to be able to pay off these loans in a manner that allows us to keep the most money in our pocket. This is actually more work. He could just use these principles, practices, make a bag of money, and sleep well at night. But he has that burning desire in him to get this information out to others so that we can benefit from it as well. And that's one of the reasons why I like working with Don. I like working with people like Don, people who just have a slightly higher calling to what it is that they're doing and why they share, why they do what they do. And I love that kind of thing. I'll say this as a shameless plug. I had a series on my channel called Why I Go Live, and Don was one of the guests during that series. And of course, every show we end by asking the question to the guest, why do you go live? And Don shut it down. I had to just go ahead and close out the show when Don was finished sharing with people why he does what he does. And maybe we'll put a link in the description, Don, or something for people to be able to go and check that out if they want to. But the point is that there's a reason why live streaming is a method. It's just a bullhorn. It's a pulpit that is free, right? That's what we love about the internet. It's democratized information and the flow of information as well. But it is just a vehicle for you to be able to share what it is you have to share with the world. And I love helping people recognize and leverage the power of live video so that you are not the best kept secret anymore. If you have friends that are telling you that, that's because they want you to keep your prices where it is. It's actually it's not a compliment. It's a put down. It's like, oh man, you're the best kept secret. They want you to keep your prices where it is. And that's the reason why they're sharing that with you. Live video can help you get out of that place. Take what you have in your service, your platform, whatever it is you do and whatever it is you offer, and place it on Front Street, on the World Wide Web in a way that allows people to see it, taste it, touch it, get that taste test, that example, and then be able to do business with you. So these are some of the principles that I see Don using so well. I love the idea of this group, the community that is building as well. This is the natural next step. Whenever we talk about live video strategy, of course, is getting online first, giving people those examples, making sure you build that know, like, and trust factor, but then creating space for people to get a little closer to the creator, right? And in this case, that would be Don, and having time with him to be able to ask a little bit more in-depth questions. So if you haven't already, make sure you're following the club. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed on social media, especially YouTube, which is where he's looking to grow. If you haven't already, man, help him get to that 10K, because I mean, God only knows what he's going to do when we get to 10K followers on Clubhouse. But also make sure you don't just follow for the sake of following, because sometimes we can really get excited about content information, but follow from the perspective of, how can I take this information and change what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis? How can I take this information and impact my life, my family's life, so that we can leverage interest cancellation principles and practices and create generational wealth, so that we will be the last generation of non-millionaires. That's it. That's all I have to say, Don. Thank you so much for the opportunity, privilege to be able to come and speak. Again, my name is Kirk Nugent. I get to serve as your producer, making sure that this information is on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter live. The examples are able to be seen in a way that is engaging and that captures the attention, but also helping folks to really leverage and harness the power of live video.
Kurt, listen, you've been instrumental in growing our presence all over the planet, because this is called what they call evergreen content, folks. When we do a show, it stays up forever. I've gotten comments from people who are up they said, Don, I was watching your video at 2 or 3 in the morning. You know what Don was doing at 2 or 3 in the morning? I was asleep. I'm sleeping now, and they're up. They can't sleep. They're watching these videos, right? And they're watching them all over the world. So when we're sleeping, it's daytime somewhere else, and they're watching these videos. All right. And so we're helping people with this evergreen content. So Kurt, if somebody else wanted to do what I'm doing, could they contact you so that they can do the same thing to level up their business? That's all I want to know. How would they do that?
Absolutely. They can tap in with me at kirk10klive.com. kirk10klive.com is my 10K card, and all my information is there. If they want to grab some time, what I always tell people to do is a discovery call. I very much similar to Credit Goddess in that way. There's nothing that is a one size fits all. We're going to need to sit and chat with you, talk about what you want to do with live video, what are the things you have currently, and where can you go from there. So I always recommend getting that discovery call. It's about a half hour, and we'll be able to let us know if we're a good fit for one another. If live video is a strategy that you can employ in your arsenal to be able to get your message out there. But yeah, absolutely. kirk10klive.com. I've put it on the screen for those who are watching online, but just sharing it one more time for those who are listening in Clubhouse, kirk10klive.com. Again, would love an opportunity to chat with any of you to be able to help leverage the power. Your live stream is your digital storefront, because there's no greater way for people to experience your greatness than for them to see you do it live. I firmly believe that, and would love a chance to be able to talk with you about how live video can impact your business, your brand, whatever it is you have going on. Thanks, Don.
Thank you, Kurt. Listen, folks, we're going to shift gears just a little bit here, and we're going to shift away from the P.I.L.L method and the P.I.L.L method's goals right now. Let's talk about your goals. You're here in the room right now. You may be listening to the replay either on video or the audio on Clubhouse, and you may be in replay right now. So let's talk to you about what you're doing and how you're leveling up your business, or your particular mindset to do whatever it is that you're doing in life. All right, let's talk about that for a minute. Sean 10K, are you in the building? Okay, so he's probably somewhere else. But Sean, as soon as you're back in, I need you to come back in, and we're going to be talking about how we can get some people in here that are on the stage right now to level up, and what it is that you're doing. Is anybody wanting to level up their business? They're doing whatever it is they're doing. Would you like to come to the stage and ask a few questions about the P.I.L.L method, or your business, or what it is that you're doing, and how you can level that up, and what you can do to get your message out further, farther, and faster? So listen, folks, come on, raise your hand, get in here. All right, raise your hand, get up here, and ask some questions about how you can do whatever it is that you want to do. So I see a hand raised. So let's see who that is. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you, we see your hand raised, but if you're fairly new, okay. Now I'm going to tell you, my moderators have their finger on the trigger, okay, and they will boot you out of the room if you're a disruptor, because right now we see that there's no followers, and that's okay. You could be that new, but you're not linked to any social media. You want to link yourself to social media so my team can vet you before bringing you to the stage. But we're going to bring you to the stage. If you're a disruptor, they're going to drop you faster than a hot potato. Okay, just letting you know. Here we go. All right, so go ahead and start bringing your questions up. And CBG, who are you this morning, and how can we help you?
I'm just trying to figure out, like, is this a scam? And like, if it's not, I'm interested in furthering my business.
What is a scam? Be specific, sir.
I'm trying to see basically this P.I.L.L method. Basically, I'm trying to get more information regarding what you've put together and the research that you put together with your program/research. So I'm here trying to figure out how I can improve my business and grow more.
Wow.
So really just looking for information.
Excellent. So are you near a computer right now, CBG?
I am, sir.
Okay. So go ahead and Google P.I.L.L method for me. Google P.I.L.L method.
No problem.
And as you're going through that, when P.I.L.L method comes up, I want you to tell me what page you find birth control on. By Googling P.I.L.L method, tell me the first time and what page you see birth control, and then come back to us, okay?
Well, if I'm trying to learn about my business, why am I learning about birth control?
You're not. I'm trying to show you something.
All right, well, I see birth control. So it's a
what page is it on? What page is it on?
Page 7.
Okay, so when you Google P.I.L.L method, the first time you see birth control is page 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you right there, when you're talking about business, what we're talking about is when you Google something, and when most people think of P.I.L.L method, they think about birth control. But when you Google it, nothing but my business, my book, my name, my pictures, that's all you see. And that's called SEO.
And what is your name, sir?
Don Daniel.
You go by Ike.
Don Daniel.
Don Daniel. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what you see when you Google it.
Okay.
All right. So that's the first thing. The second thing is when you read all that information, you will see nothing negative.
Yes, sir.
So
But now this is the question. I apologize really for cutting you off, but this is the question because nowadays, especially with the modern generation going on, there's easily can be faked of reviews. And I'm not trying to say that your what you're doing is fake or anything, but I'm simply trying to see what is the research that you've put behind these theories that you've put together.
Oh, the research is that it's all new. It only comes from me. So listen, this isn't research gained from somebody else. See, I literally wrote the book on this. There's only one book on Amazon right now. Okay. It's been a 5-time bestseller. There's only one book on Amazon. And we thank you for these questions because the harder you look, the better we look. What do you think about that, sir?
Hey, that's wonderful. I appreciate you.
All right.
But to be quite honest, I don't think you really answered my question.
Well,
to be straight up.
Well, let me jump in there, Don, for just a second.
Wait a second. Let me handle this one. Okay, then you can jump in. Hey, CBG, it takes time to answer a question like yours. It's in several different steps. Okay. Several different steps, and you answer a question like that in layers. Okay. You get a piece.
Yes, sir.
You add another piece, and then you add another piece, and then you add another piece. When you add more pieces, then you get to gain visibility. Then you get to gain credibility. And which news travels faster, bad news or good news?
I mean, it depends on the situation.
Okay. In your lifetime, which news travels faster, bad news or good news?
The bad.
Exactly. So, and when it comes to the internet, how hard is it to take out bad news?
Very.
Okay. In those pages, you will not see any bad news. That's another layer. If you go to Better Business Bureau, okay, and Business Bureau, you can't manipulate your reviews. Okay. And so the other thing you're going to see is when people have complaints, you can't manipulate that. If you go to P.I.L.L method, and you'll see that P.I.L.L method over 16 years has a A+ rating with Better Business Bureau and 0 complaints in 16 years.
Yes, sir. That's great. And I like the fact that you're actually breaking this down for me step by step, as well as me being able to see this as well and confirm.
Right.
So I appreciate that.
And so when you're doing your business, so what you want to be able to do, people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Yes, sir.
So it takes time to develop a relationship. So when a new person comes to me and says, Don, I want to know more about what you do. And when you go, hello? All right, there you go. See, folks don't believe me. Folks don't believe me when they say we got our finger on the button just in case. you're a disruptor. But actually, this disruptor actually helped us this morning. All right. We got some good information out there. And the thing is, after a while, you can smell a disruptor a mile away. So don't come to this room and try to disrupt. Kenyatta, what do you think about all that?
As a fellow disruptor myself, I approve this message.
So, folks, listen, the people come in here and try to do some bad stuff on the stage. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. Okay. We're going to smell you a mile away. All right.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
It's sad that, what we're teaching here, and we say we want to get to the young people, but that just goes to show that he was young. And although he did come up here to disrupt, but it was a perfect opportunity to learn. How do we tap into young individuals like that, so that way they are well prepared with the information, so when they're in position to apply this information, they're not just learning about it then they already know. That's the part. It's like, how do we get to them? How do we reach them?
It's if I could jump in there. So a couple of things. I think what Credit Glass is saying is that's a critical question, but I believe it comes from relationships. It does come from it's part of what Don was talking about, that know, like, and trust factor. So meeting them on an app like this is a little more difficult to create that kind of relationship. But I mean, Don told me the other week that he was able to speak to a number of graduating seniors, high school seniors, young men and women. And it's those kinds of scenarios, that kind of setting where you can lay the foundation, I think, to really have a lot more impact, get further with your message, because they can see you. It's not an online kind of scenario. So that's my 2 cents on that. But I also want to just say, kudos to you, Don, for how you handle that, because I don't have patience for such things like that.
Me neither.
I'm far ready. I was when I jumped in, I was ready to be like, bro, go do your homework.
I know.
Go do your homework, man. We can't tell you how to like people, how to find people. You want to come to the person and say, hey, tell me how you're viable. Tell me why you're the real deal. That's crazy. Go back and watch some videos. Go and see how lives have been changed, how people have used this information to shift their entire financial outlook. Go and look at that kind of thing, and then you can make your own determination. It's not for everybody. You don't want to make money? Fine. Keep doing it the way that you've been doing. You're going to continue getting what you've been getting.
Exactly. And this is why we do how we do it the way we do it, because in handling disruptors like that, let me give you a little bit of insight. We've been doing this a long time. We got videos out there, and we never turn the comments off. We keep the comments on, and people come in and make bad comments, but if they're not too bad, I give them an answer, and I give them an in-depth answer online. Do you know we have picked up clients based on people who had serious objections, and they've made an argument that what we were doing was not the right thing, but then I gave a detailed answer as to what's really going on. So how we approach that is, if you knew what we knew, then you might have a different perspective. But we also approached it from, if I believed what you believed, then I would think the same thing about my company and my information. Watch this. If I believed what you believed, I would think the exact same way. Now we can find some common ground. So now let's talk about what you believe. And is what you believe, is that what we're doing? Now when I can ask that question, and then they say, well, I don't know. Let me tell you what it is that we're doing. Now, when I explain what it is that we're doing, is that what you believe we were doing? Oh, and the answer has to be no. And then we've gained clients because of how we handled people who thought they were coming in to disrupt. Now, I will tell you that there are those that they're not interested in the truth. They just want to be trolls. And so once people we get them to be trolls, then I asked them, I said, listen, here's what I'm going to offer you. I'm going to offer you access to my program. I'm going to give you access to my program. And then we're going to go on Zoom. And then you're going to go on Zoom with me. And we're going to use this program. And you're going to break it down step by step why no one should ever use it. Do you know no one has ever taken me up on that offer? I said, you can record it and you can play it over and over and over again. How this is a scam and how this won't work for anybody. Come online. I'll give you access to the program. I mean, a fully working program. All of our resources, even customer service, get you all set up in the program and start using it, and then prove that it doesn't work. In 16 years, no one has taken me up on that offer. How about that? So listen, folks, thank you so much for being here with us today. And look at these PTRs coming in here. Flame Newton is in the house. Flame, look at these PTRs, man. Listen, we're going to you and Sean 10K gave me this idea about putting together a community around a particular subject or business. Okay, Flame? So tell us, Flame, what have you done over the years based on credit, building a community, and how valuable is that?
Man, that is huge, 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 huge. Man, bringing you greetings, man. I hear from Phoenix, Arizona this morning, man. We going from East Coast to West Coast. That's a big jump on them time switches. Man, tell you, been going on the road for the past 6 weeks, and it kind of feels good to be in your own bed for once. But one thing that I can tell you guys, and that's for a fact, how things work is that when you build in that community, here's one thing I want to make sure that you guys know up front. When you build your community, you're going to have to go outside your community to build your community. Now, one of the places that I want you guys to really reference what I'm saying back to, there's a place that does a lot of talking, but it doesn't talk at all. I'm going to say that again. It does a lot of talking, but it doesn't talk at all. Now, what place is that? There's a station. If you have any of these, if you like watching television shows, go to a place where it's like Animal Planet, right? Where you can just sit and view the animals. And what you would actually see when you watch the animals is that you would see a mother with a cubs or a father of the cubs, and they're all together. And what you would see would be astonishing. And that's when you would see that they all be packed up together with all of them. But it takes this. In order for them to eat, this is what I'm saying now, comfortably. In order for them to eat, they don't sit around each other and try to find food. It's always one that's going outside of their pack. They go out there to go find the food to bring it back to the family so they can all eat. I want you to watch that comfortably as I'm saying that. Right? They will leave and they will go out and they go hunt. They don't go hunt as a whole family. The family sits back while one goes out there and go get it. Now, for you guys to understand, sometimes you have to go outside your area. Now, I get it. You may be from Tampa. Tampa's a great place. I love it dearly. But if you sit around Tampa long enough, you might end up starving. That's why it's essential for you to join communities, whether you went to conferences or seminars or workshops. You also did yourself the first favor by coming in to a place like Clubhouse, where you can find like-minded individuals, such as this room, right? But you also want to make sure that you're following these moderators that are up here, because at the end, sometimes we disperse from here too and go in different places. And you come into these different places, you can gather information and come back where? Come back to your home, which is Tampa. if that's the name of your city. And so as you do these things, as you go out and you gravitate towards this information, that's why I tell you, like, one of the things that I did, and this is one thing I did, and I'm gonna share it with you. And I did it based upon Clubhouse. And what I did was I was in Clubhouse and I was going to credit rooms. Now, I noticed that as I looked at my follower count would kind of stay the same. Now, what happened was that as I'm going around these different credit rooms, I noticed that all the credit people were in the credit rooms. So what I had to do next was outside of that rim. I watched the Animal Planet and seen how they did it. And what I did was I went outside of my rim and I started going into other rooms that had nothing to do with credit. And I started to go into their rooms and I started to listen to what they had to say, and understood that, hey, a lot of these other rooms, they may in need of credit too. They just didn't know it. So as I got into those rooms, I started talking to them like a photography room. And as they were sitting up there talking about their camera equipment, about the way that they did, I'm not that too good at camera. But what I was good at was understanding that I can get their camera equipment for them by sharing my tools and tips of how you can use credit to obtain it. Now, did you see how that worked? I would get on stage and I'd talk about it and they will be in love with it. So I'm telling you guys now, for you guys to understand, you're going to have to get outside of these places, get in different areas and different elements to get the information to bring back to your community. Just like now. Listen, you learn how to do, you learned this morning, all right, how to pay off a mortgage in 7 years. I just want you to think about it. You have had the storyline for quite some time. Watch this, Mr. 10K, about no one taught me this. No one. So if no one taught you this, because you said my family didn't teach me, nor did the school system. But now you have an opportunity to take this information to actually share to other individuals. So this is what we're going to do right now. Listen, I need everybody to pay attention, because if you can hear my voice, it's time to turn up to a different level. This is what I need you to do. I need you all. Let's come together now. And let's practice coming together. I'm going to start from this room. And what I'm asking you guys to do is something we're going to get out of character, and we're getting ready to go to a different level right now. But I need your help. And your help means we have to come together. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to share outside of our environment to get in other environments. In order to do that, on the count of three, now I want y'all guys to pay attention to me very closely. On the count of three, I want to see right now, I need every single person in this room, if you hear my voice at any level, and if you're at a stoplight only, do I want you to share this room. I need everyone to share this room on the count of three. And we're going to see right now, we can go from, I looked in the room right now, we got 37 people in the room. Let's go from 17 to 60 shares, right now. 17 to 50 shares at the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's share this room. Let's share this room. Let's share this room. I need you guys to share this room. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. We can share this room. That's right. We can all take a part of this right now by sharing the room. We got to share the room. Just go right there, hit that share link. You come down there and just share, making sure that this room hits your hallway. That's how this whole thing works. We're going to make sure that this room hits your hallway. That's right. We got 25 shares. Let's go. Come on. I need you guys. Yeah, if you think I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. If you're laying in the bed, lay to your left and type in the phone with your right. Listen, we need you to share this room. I need you to share this room. Come on, let's hit it. Let's hit it one more time. That's right. You got it. Listen, this is the power of coming together right now. It starts from things of doing things like this. Would you share somebody else's room to your hallway so your friends can learn how to pay off a mortgage in 7 years? Man, that's a great thing. It's a great thing all the way around. Even if you share the room already, ladies and gentlemen, let's put it in the hallway again to bring it at the front of the line. That's right. I see you now. That being said, Don, I'm going to pass it back off to you, man. They over here sharing.
No, Flame. It doesn't work like that. Check your text and upgrade your PTR. They're not going to share the room if Flame does not have his PTR on. Flame, put up your PTR. Guys, let's share the room. Let's get another 10 for Flame putting on his PTR. Back to you, Don.
Listen, man, here's what we're doing, folks. We're building community here. The community is, how can we get this information out to people who deserve to know? Let me do this. the information that we all have, that we've been told over the years, okay, about finances, about credit, about all of these things that have to do with money. We've been getting this information from so-called gurus, financial professionals who are giving us the benefit of their expertise, and they are calling this best practices. Okay, best practices. Oh, hold on, something's up with my mic. Hold on. Okay, so best practices. Okay, and so once they get those, what we call best practices. Wow, what is that coming from? I'm getting a hum. Hold on, folks. Let me fix my microphone. Hold on. Uh-oh. All right. What is that hum coming from? I'm sorry, folks. All of a sudden, I'm getting a hum in my microphone. There we go. Got it. All right. So we got this best practices going on. And with this best practices, we're finding out that they weren't best practices after all. There is a truth about what's really going on. It's just that they have been repeating what people have been saying for years without somebody actually checking to see if it was actually true or the best way to do it. So we're putting together a community that teaches the truth about all of these things, and some of it is completely opposite of what we've been learning. So here's what I want to say to you right now. We are not in financial distress. Most of us are not in financial distress because we have been irresponsible with money. We may be in financial distress because we are actually following best practices that we've been given. Oh my goodness. We're actually following the advice. And we are in a position where we're still behind the 8 ball. And guess what? And I talked about the matrix yesterday, how we believe that we are free, how we believe we are doing well when we actually are not. Some of us are in a stressful situation and we don't even realize that our finances have been stressed, because everybody does it this way. By building community, we can get the truth out there. So folks, all of these people want to be a part of this community. We're going to be doing something right now. So right now I have about I'm on an app that actually counts how many followers we have in total. I'm at 9,886. 9,886. Pretty soon we're going to be at 10,000, and we're going to do a special introduction to the ICE community, Interest Cancellation Expert community, where we're going to be teaching the truth about all of this, and we're going to have a special introduction into a gated community. Sean, are you available to talk about the benefits of a gated community that is on a mission?
What was the question again, Don?
Can you give us some insight into the benefits of having a gated community like the P.I.L.L method community, gated community, in advancing a mission?
Very good. So, Don, when you put like-minded individuals together, you can push the mission forward much better. And that gentleman that came on stage was the perfect distraction that you needed to remind yourself as to why a community of like-minded individuals are important. So if you want to move far, guys, go alone. But if you want to move the furthest, go with others. So what Dan is doing, Don is putting together a community of individuals who are all focused on one thing. And when you put brilliant minds together to work on one project, that's going to be a beautiful problem to have. So, Don, let the people know also, everyone in the audience that does not have a PTR, 10K cars is all about the money. You guys know that about me. If you send me a text message that says the P.I.L.L method and your profile picture, we will give you one for free. Don do not like when I charge this community money. So, guys, while I'm here, take advantage, because when Don is not here, I'm gonna sell you on something. Back to you, Don.
Oh my goodness. Coffee Brown, are you still in the house? Because I know she was driving. Coffee Brown, are you still here? Or are you in a meeting? Probably in a meeting. Oh my goodness. I was in Houston. She was there. We didn't get a chance to meet, but as soon as I get back to Texas, we're going to figure out a way to get together. All right. All right. Flank, what are you up to, man? Listen, do you have something special coming up anytime soon? Do you have an event?
Hey, I got it. Shoot, I got an event tomorrow.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow tomorrow I got to shoot down to Las Vegas. We got an event. It's a money event tomorrow in Las Vegas. But that event is from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yep. 3-day event.
Wow. Listen, folks, we have 8 minutes left in the show. And what I want to do at this point is I want to thank everyone for coming in here. Okay. So total, I want to thank for 158 people who have come through this room today. The 33 people who are here right now, 28 have shared the room. We have 40 people in the comments, and I'm going to check that out. But as we're doing outros here, I'm going to check these comments, see if there's any questions are in there. So Flame, we're going to start from the bottom and go to the top. And listen, if you are here to do an outro, please flash your mic. That way I won't call on you. So, all right. Excellent. I see some flashing going on. I see Tom. I see.
Hey, Don, really quick. I don't mean to be rude. I'm popping the room open at 10 o'clock. So let me do an outro really quick. And then I'm going to send you the link so you can put it to the top of your room. For those who are interested in the Mindset Shift Masterclass. So I'll send you that link. You can put it to the end of your room if that works for you.
Well, listen, why don't you, Sean, just go ahead and put it up. Go ahead and put it up now.
Okay, stay less. I'm going to do a quick outro and then I'll create the room.
Go ahead.
Guys, first of all, always a pleasure being here. Love spending time with the family. As you guys know, Don is that adopted brother that I never had. I kind of had to have a conversation with my dad to realize that there was something missing. There's one of those conversations that was missing. And that was then Don being my biological brother, okay? So I rock with you, Don. Love what you're doing. Love the impact that you're having. We've traveled to several cities together. And to see the impact and the difference you're making in other people's life, I'm so happy and grateful that 10K cards can be a part of your journey. So guys, if you didn't get a copy of your book as yet, go get a copy of Don's book. If you want one, the PDR, text me your profile picture and text me the P.I.L.L method. We will get you on the PTR because this is a limited time offer. Don cannot save you forever. So with that said, I'm out. Don, back to you.
All right, folks, go ahead. Before he changes it, go ahead and click on that, my 10K card, ice10k.com. Go ahead and click that, ice10k.com. And then you'll see a button that says get a savings and earnings report. Fill out the information there. Follow all of the directions. Fill out that information, and you can know the month, day, and year you can be debt-free and how much interest you can save. Following the directions, somebody from my staff will give you a call and then set up for you a consultation. And then you can know the month, day, and year you can be debt-free. Also, you'll also see a button where you can get my book. Please go ahead and get the book today. There's only one place on the internet that talks about what we're talking about. That's the P.I.L.L Method Club right here. And there's only one book on Amazon out of 33 million titles that talks about what we're talking about. Who else would have the nerve to talk about a billionaire who pays off their credit cards every single month, is throwing away millions of dollars by paying more interest on the debt that he has to save the tiny bit of interest cost of paying off the credit cards? Who else would talk about that? Who else does that? So it's only going to be found here. So get the book and get your 10K card that goes along with it. And once they get the book, Kenyatta, how are they going to get their 10K card?
They're going to screenshot their receipt, upload it to ice10klive.com where it says step 3, and they're going to build it out to their specifications, including their website, email address, etc. Let us know where you want it received, and your digital 10K card will be delivered to you in an hour or less, and it's valued at 100 or more.
Wow. Flame, go ahead, man. Give us a quick outro here and tell us who you are and how fabulous you are.
Man, listen. First and foremost, I'm a servant of God. I'm a student of the credit game. So let's let that be known. Listen, there's two things that I can tell you that'll make. Well, it's actually three things that'll make you more money than you've ever seen before in your life. That is, number one, have your belief in God. Number two, find yourself a lender. And then number three, get yourself a plan. Right? When you combine those three elements, it'll get you more money than you've ever seen. Listen, Flame Newton here with the School of Credit Access to Money, also known as America's #1 credit educator, right? And that was told by FICO. With that information that I'm saying now, teaching you guys about credit, how to operate credit. This is what I need you guys to do right now. I got 10 seconds left. I need you to go to this thing called Facebook. Please go to it, right? What I want you to do is I want you to type this name in the search bar. Type in the name Flame Newton. Look at that picture, Flame Newton. I need you to follow me. Follow me from there on other search engines. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn about how you can actually use everyone else's money to make more money for yourself. Other than that, pass it off.
All right, all right, all right. So we saw some other people flashing. Go ahead and flash your mics again if you're available to do an outro. And then we'll go to, Miss Credit Goddess. Go ahead, my sister. You're next.
Hey everyone, happy Monday. I hope you guys have a prosperous week ahead. My name is Rosalora Lewis, also known as Credit Goddess. I'm all things credit, credit score improvement strategist, business credit consultant. I love to help my clients improve their credit with education, so that way they can gain access to other people's money. If you're lost and don't know what it is that you need to do as far as like your credit, definitely tap in with me. The number is in my bio is 888-557-5778. Send your name and email address to that link. Book a consultation with me. Free consultation would just pretty much tell you how my program works. And the paid consultation is where we would dive deep into your credit profile and tell you exactly what's affecting your credit and what you need to do to improve it. Have that blueprint so that way you can use that to improve your credit instead of trying to figure things out. But yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Thank you guys so much for being here. This was great. We'll see you on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern.
Thank you, Rosalyn. Kenyatta, come on. All right, wait a second. We've got Katina. Katina, go ahead and do. We want to go in order. Go ahead and do your outro, please.
Yes, thank you. I'm available again. My name is Katina McClinton. I'm the general contractor in the state of Florida. If you have any contracting needs or need any OPE, meaning other people's experience for your construction or your rehab um, properties, give me a call and you can reach me by katina10k.com.
And don't let how young she looks count against her, because she knows her stuff.
You're so kind, Don. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Kenyatta, talk to us this morning. Who are you and how fabulous are you?
I am Kenyatta. You can reach out to me at kenyatta10k.com and I can help you find a deal, finance that deal, cancel the interest on that deal to get you in yet another deal. That's right. You can contact me if you have needs for money for your rehab or for your business. And also, guys, it's been a pleasure being here. As always, we appreciate your presence and pray that we earn the privilege of your time.
All right, Kurt Nugent. Listen, man, are you available to do a quick outro? Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't, because he's got a lot of clients other than me.
Yeah. I'm doing double duty, Don.
That's all right, man.
No, I'm available. Yeah, listen, family, this has been another great room, another great show. We always say that it's the fastest 2 hours online because we can't believe that it's already over. But I want to say a word of thanks to everybody for your time and your presence in the space today. I'm Kirk Nugent, get to serve as your producer for this show, ensuring that it is streamed on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And that's what you got to do in order to really push the envelope and make sure that you are not dictating to your audience how they should interact with your content. You want to put your content out there in a way that is meaningful to them, in a way that they have to trip over it, right? It's right in their way. It's where they normally go. It's in their usual routine, and they see it and they can immediately engage with it. And that's what we do here at my company, which is called Composition. And we'd love to be able to chat with you guys, talk to you about your web presence, talk to you about your live video strategy. Tap in with me at kirk10klive.com. Back to you, Don.
All right, folks, we're about done here. Thank you so much. We're going to be back here on Wednesday. So don't forget to tap into ice10k.com to get your savings and earnings report and to get your book. Get the book today. Also, once you get the book, follow the directions. Go to number 3 on step 3 and upload your receipt once you get the book so that you can get your 10K card. Listen, folks, our last bit of information we're going to be giving out is from the #1 motivational speaker on the entire planet about the P.I.L.L method. If you want to know the month, day, and year you're going to be debt free, if you want to do what Eric Thomas has done using the P.I.L.L method to pay off his debt, listen, go ahead and contact us. But the last word is going to be from Dr. Eric Thomas. Hit it.
Listen to me, y'all. But one of his mentees took us through one of their programs, and I paid off my mortgage. But guess what happened? My marriage went to a whole nother level. And you know why? Because my wife is a security freak. And even when I blew up, my wife would be like, oh, you blew up, but how long is you gonna keep making this kind of money? I was like, I don't know, forever. She's like, you sure? Because I'm gonna keep my license as a nurse just in case you don't. So when I paid the house off, my boy was like, you ain't gotta do that, you can do this. But when I paid the house off using that program, it took the stress level all the way down for my wife because we no longer had a mortgage. Does that make sense? That thing that was coming every month, that was getting on her nerves, we didn't have that no more. And so she was at rest.